and here you can see blinking is fast, so CPU is not wasting time in sending data. So even if you will increase this 5 KB to whatever size, DMA will simply work in background. CPU is not involving in any of this operation, and you can see CPU can do other work also. So this is how we can use DMA in UART transmission and let CPU work other things. So
Hello all. In today's video, I will show you how STM32 UART work in blocking versus DMA mode. So blocking means whatever we have used till today in case of UART, we simply use HL UART transmit function. But that is actually work in a blocking mode. Blocking mode means what, and DMA mode is what? That is what we will discuss today, and I will show you in demo. So why the CPU shouldn't babysit the UART and how to fix it in one line. So basically, whenever you send something through UART, processor is involving in that transfer. Okay, so let us say if you send any hello message or any same temperature data or whatever through UART, the processor is involved in that transmission. So basically, what we are doing, we are simply sending our data from the memory to peripheral. Peripheral means UART. So let us say you have 1 KB of data. So directly you cannot set whole 1 KB simultaneously, but it will go in a chunks, right? Depends on your baud rate. So your CPU will simply take the data from memory and send it over the UART. Then again, it will do the same thing. And this is how CPU will perform that task. Okay. So for this particular experiment, I will show you how 1 KB of data send will result in a blocking CPU for 88 milliseconds, right? And with DMA, this we can reduce this from 88 to 0, right? It's like totally free. So this is what I will see. So what happened in blocking mode? So when we use this HAL UART transmit function, the CPU entered tight while loop, right? So while loop means it send each and every byte, you can say, one by one, and there is a register, right, involved in this, and whole operation will perform by the uh, CPU only, right? It cannot exit until all bytes are gone. Okay, so this happen in any of operation where you use this HL UART transmit function. In case of read sensor, run PID, right? Whatever. Basically, what we are trying to say that in blocking mode, CPU cannot perform other tasks, right? So for 1024 byte, you can say 1 KB data, and if baud rate is 115200, then CPU will take 88 milliseconds. This is based on calculation, right? Theoretical calculation. So CPU will wait for 88 milliseconds. CPU will hold or in block condition for 88 milliseconds, and that we are trying to eliminate. Okay. So here I'm just trying to show it with the timing diagram. So you can see this is the CPU task. Basically toggle the LED. This is what we will going to perform today. Then HL delay of 500 millisecond. Then toggle. And between toggle and HL delay, we will send this data, right? So basically CPU will toggle, means if LED is off, it will simply turn it on, then send the data, then wait for 500 milliseconds, then again toggle, then wait, send UART, then wait. Now in blocking mode, what happened that during this transmission, the CPU will totally engage in this UART transmission only, right? So CPU will not perform any other task. So if you will see in background what happened, so if you consider this LED, so what happened to the LED during this blocking mode? It is not actually calculating this 500 millisecond delay, as well as it is not performing any operation over the LED. So this is totally blocked mode, right? From here to here, it is in block mode. The CPU is not doing any other activity. It only and only doing this UART transmission, right? So LED is stuck in its current state during the entire window, and then after it will again start turning on and turning off. So basically what we are trying to say that even your LED, as per the code, if your LED should toggle with interval of 500 millisecond, if I will increase this size of this message, this delay will increase, right? And this is how we will demonstrate that how the CPU is busy, right? So if I will increase the size of this message, CPU will busy for more duration. So the delay would be 500 plus whatever byte you are trying to send, right? That is what the delay will observe. Now, one line and it you will see massive difference. So that what the that one line is. So this is what the code which I have just discussed, right? Toggle, delay, transmission, and actually I just add this UART in between this. But as per the code, it is after delay. But whatever the sequence would be, but we are just trying to demonstrate that how CPU will busy, right? So you can see toggle pin delay and then CPU transmission. So if you will use simple instruction, simple function HLUART, so this is actually in block mode. But if you will simply replace this function from HLUART transmit to HLUART transmit DMA, you will see massive difference. So now what happened? DMA is a one separate small controller called direct memory access. And here CPU is just instructing to the DMA that this is what the task you have to perform. And DMA is specially designed for this type of task, basically sending and receiving data from memory to peripheral and peripheral to memory. So simply CPU will give the instruction one time and then CPU can do other work. So now it's DMA's responsibility to transfer all the data from memory to peripheral. Okay. So how DMA work inside STM32? So first CPU fires and forgets. CPU simply call this function, set source address, destination address, length, and done. Now all the work will be done by the DMA. DMA hardware takes over. DMA control automatically moves byte from RAM to UART. Bus access only, zero CPU cycle consumed. So the delay would be less than 1 micro or around 1 microsecond, right? Because giving instruction is very small task. And one IRQ when done. Okay, so when transfer is completed, indicate with some interrupt. DMA fire, DMA one stream, IRQ when completed, and CPU only wakes once, not only 1024 times. So here we are trying to say that if even your data is 1 KB, it will not continuously work for whole duration. It will simply work for one time, one instruction. That's it. Okay. And now after DMA, if you will see the timing diagram, so you will see this toggle. Then this is the place where simply CPU will instruct to the DMA that this is the task, do it, and then it will be free. It will start calculating this delay, right? And again for toggle, then instruction start delay, and here DMA hardware will send this data, right? DMA hardware will send this data, and again the duration will be depends on UART speed. So if your baud rate is 9600, it will send 9600 baud per second, right? Symbol per second, you can say. And here you can see LED. You will see that it means the delay is around 500 millisecond only. Even if you will increase this size of this message from 1 KB to 5 KB to 10 KB, this delay will not increase much. Okay, so this is what we are trying to uh, demonstrate today, right? So let me start this coding part. And here we have simply one Nucleo board connected with this. Okay, and this is the program UART testing. You can see what we are doing. We are simply enabling UART. One LED, onboard LED is there. Okay, and nothing more than that. Simply we have just enable this UART. Okay, that's it. Okay, and then I simply generate the code. So now I will just show you the code. And this is the code. You can see Here what we are trying to do, we are generating 1 KB of data, right? Using this for loop, data will be A, B, C, D up to Z. Okay, and we are just simply generating this data. If I will execute this fill buffer function, will generate the 1 KB of data, right? And here we are doing this. So after this, we have the data available with us. And this is the code. You can see very small code. Toggle pin, then send the data, okay, and then delay of 500 millisecond. Then this is the loop which will continuously execute. So let us upload the code first of all. Now I'm uploading the code. Meanwhile, I will also open this UART terminal. And here you can see this LED is blinking, right? The delay is 500 milliseconds. This is the data. Now let me change this from 1 KB. Let us send more data. Five KB. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just uploading this code again. Let us open this UART. Now code is uploading. Here you can see the indication. And now you can see the speed of blinking. Right? It reduced. It is not 500 millisecond. You can see some delays there because we are sending 5 KB data. Right? And our baud rate is 115200. So here you can see. Now let us move on DMA operation. So this is another code I prepared for. And here we are simply using same UART, but this time with DMA, and only few setting we have to do, and we have to change one line only, and then we will observe what happened. Now this is the circuit. You can see same settings are there. Only changes is like in UART. You can see we have this DMA setting, right? We have this DMA stream available, memory to peripheral, priority is medium. Then here NVIC interrupt is also enabled. And let me show you the code. Sorry, this is header file. I have to open C file, right? And this is what the function is. You can see we are just trying to send 1 kilobyte of data, okay? But this time with DMA function. So again, code is same. You can see we have 1 KB data generator. Everything is same. Only this operation is different. DMA through DMA. And now let me build the target and upload this code on board, and then we will observe the difference. Okay, now I'm uploading this code. We have DMA testing. And now I'm uploading the code, and now let us observe on board. You can see now code is uploading. Just observe the LED and UART also. You can see LED is blinking, right? Now let us increase this size of the data. Instead of single block of 1 KB, let us try to send 5 KB of data. So it will basically repeat this function. So now code is uploading, you can see. And now let us observe this LED. And here you can see blinking is fast. So CPU is not wasting time in sending data. So even if you will increase this 5 KB to whatever size, DMA will simply work in background. CPU is not involving in any of this operation. And you can see CPU is can do other work also. So this is how we can use DMA in UART's transmission and let CPU work other things. So this is what for today's video. Thanks for watching.